if you can get off and get off on a good start, just the confidence grows. You feel it around the stadium, the fan base, everybody gets excited, and we did an awesome job.
What are you the best at? What do you bring the most value at with the organization in the role that you're at now?
I don't know if there's a best thing. I have a lot of experience, and I think whether it's from I've been in a front office before. I've run player development departments, been a farm director. Obviously, being at the major league level here the last 9 years, you have a feel for people and relationships, and that's what I really love, and I'm learning a lot too. But as far as like what I'm best at, I don't know. I love the relationships in the game, and I'm able to right now give back to young coaches and players. I'm sitting in San Antonio today. I'll go to a AA game tonight, watch our team there. So I love the game. That's the biggest thing. And anytime you got a chance to give back, but along the way, I learn. And I think as we've seen the game evolve, certainly in the last 10, 12 years, it's changed so much. I have learned a ton being around and exposed to a lot of really good young coaches. And like I said, they've taught me a few things. And along the way, maybe I've passed on a few experiences that I've had to them to help them along the way. So again, it's about the relationships in the game. I do love that. I do miss the competition. When you're in the dugout every night, it's win or lose and the game's on the line. And I really enjoy that as well. But for me, where I'm at right now in my career, I'm enjoying giving back and just trying to help out the Padres any way I can.
Are we failing minor leaguers at this point? You're doing mostly minor league things right now. Are we failing them as a baseball industry compared to where we used to be? Because Major League Baseball's gotten rid of so many teams, gotten rid of development, gotten rid of over half of the draft. Are we failing them? I mean, it came out that the Marlins AAA pitching coach is calling pitches for their catchers so that they can work on that's AAA, so they can work on their hitting. In general, do you feel like, not just saying the Padres or the Mariners, but just in general?
Well, a couple of things I've noticed. I was out in AAA about a week ago. I'm in AA right now. I was in spring training. Certainly the number of players just aren't there. You talked about they eliminated half of the draft, and that it does affect things as far as the depth of players, the number of players you have to pull from. And along the way, there will be a 29th round Eric Kratz that makes his way to the big leagues. And there's not all those players that are there right now. So that's the first thing that you notice. I think on how the game is played, the game's changing. I don't think you can push back against that, whether it's the rule changes or, what's the things that in development, things that are focused on. Obviously, velocity is shot through the roof in the pitching side. It's been interesting for me to see how some organizations value contact rates and just getting the ball in play. Back when I played, and certainly when you guys played, it really drove us crazy to strike out. And you've seen over the last 10, 15 years, the strikeout's just part of the game. And it's been fun for me to continue to learn, see what the Padres do. We put a big premium on getting the ball in play, and then how that can be stressed, throughout, different organizations. But the biggest thing is, certainly the number of players that are down, how the game is played. I think there's a lot of changes to the game that have been good for the game. When the pitch clock first came in play, I'm like, I don't know about this, or limiting the mound visits. It has helped the game, in my opinion. It really has. Now, the biggest change on the horizon here is ABS. We saw it in spring training. I'm watching it at the AAA level here last week. It is very interesting. I love the strategy of the game, and there's a ton of strategy tied to ABS and the challenges. I think that's going to ultimately, when it was brought up to me, I said, this is bad for the game. Now watching it play out and how quickly it happens, it's actually probably going to be a pretty interesting part of the game going forward. So the game keeps changing. We can't stop it. But I also think it comes full circle. And I think you're starting to see, some of the small ball come back into the play at the big league level, stressed at the minor league level. The bunting, the stealing the bases, doing the moving runners, which kind of went away in our game for a long time when it was just about the 3-run homer and slug the ball. But again, it's the game. It keeps changing. I think you have to be smart enough to realize you have to move with it, and you try to stay out ahead of it. And as far as the strategy of it goes, so I love all those things. I really do. And but the ABS thing will be the next thing, Kratzy, that's really going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Couple things, Scott. One, if you're in San Antonio, stay away from the Riverwalk. My wife got the COVID there, so be careful. Last week when I was there for the Gator game when they won the national championship, be careful.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine now, but
Okay.
I mean, she had the COVID. I didn't even know the COVID was a thing anymore, so be careful while you're there. Two, you must have been listening to our conversation earlier where we were talking about strikeouts and how, if you used to strike out 100 times, people were like, gosh, this guy sucks. Now, 200 times on every nine guys in the order is the normal. So I agree. Make strikeouts matter. I'm going to make a shirt that says that. And then last of all, I want to know, we're talking about the minor leagues, and you managed at the big league level. You've been a director of player development. You're doing player development now. Kratz asked if we're doing a disservice. Here's my question for the minor leagues. They play 6-game series. They have every Monday off, okay? A starting pitcher in your organization will get to the major leagues and have never pitched every 5th day. Not in high school, not in college, not in the minor leagues. And then they get to the major leagues and we're like, oh, by the way, you're starting in 4 days. You've never done this before. This is a development question, I guess. How do we get pitchers ready for something at the highest pressure, the highest everything, and they've never done it in their life before?
It's a great question. It's one of the reasons I can speak only to the Padres here, what we're doing. In AA and AAA, the guy who starts on Tuesday does come back and pitch on Sunday in that week cycle. So our guys at AA and AAA, there only is 5-man rotations there for that exact reason. I don't think it's fair to ask players, and it always bothered me at the big league level when you'd ask players to do something like you talked about, the most stressful environment you can be in, things they've never done before. And I think one of the things that often happened, we'd have guys that get called up and had never pitched, bullpen guys pitched on back-to-back days. We had guys do it the first time ever at the big league level. It's hard to ask a player to do that, but you have to do it at the big league level. So again, I can only speak to, what the Padres are doing, but at the AA and AAA level, we are on a 5-man rotation. And, as the season gets going and arm strength gets built up, the relievers will go back to back. The minor leagues are there to simulate the big leagues. And you've got to have gone through those things as a player at some point in your career to know that you've done it. And how are you going to bounce back? How are you going to react to it? What does my arm feel like? I do think, at the minor league level, now that they have the Mondays off, from a player development standpoint, I think it's a good thing. I really do. Certainly for position players, it allows you to, the manager of those minor league teams to, kind of catch his breath. Players, you can kind of reset your bullpen. And now the rosters are different size now than they used to be, and things like that, which are all good at starting to keep players healthy. But ultimately, the minor leagues are there for the big leagues and getting these guys ready. And hopefully you can put them in situations that they've been through before, so when they get to the big leagues, they can handle it better. But I know some teams are doing that. At the A-ball levels, that's what we do. We keep on a 6-man rotation there. We're just trying to get them through A-ball. And for me, AJ, there's the big separator in player development has been the AA level. It always has been, always will be. Once you get into AA, you kind of cross the line. Now you're on the depth chart for your major league manager and in the front office there. Can this guy help us at some point this year? So minor league at the A-ball levels, it's just about keeping them healthy. But 5-man rotation is crucial, I think, at AA and AAA.
More in a minute, but first, a quick word from our sponsor of this video. If you're looking for premium clothes at an affordable price, you got to check out True Classic. AJ, you're rocking the True Classic shirt right now.
Oh, believe it. Look at this thing. Look at it. It's soft. It fits perfect, even with these guns. Not too tight like Scott likes it. Little bit of room to move in there, right? Look, you can wear it under a suit. You can wear it out to dinner with some nice jeans. You can wear it to the gym if that's what your game is. Whatever it takes, this thing fits great, feels great. Great shirt.
The long sleeve Henny for these cold, kind of warm spring days. Perfect.
Yep. Build the perfect outfit in 5 minutes or less. Everything goes great together. Free shipping on all orders. It's designed to bring out your best features with the perfect fit. So, FT fam, whether you're bundling up for the cold or getting ready for spring, level up your style with clothes that actually fit right. Go to our exclusive link, trueclassic.com/foul to save. That's trueclassic.com/FOUL. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. FT fam, get after it. And now back to the video.
This is a serious question. I mean this seriously. You're now at the Padres. You just switched sides from Peoria, from the Mariners to the Padres. Jerry DiPoto said the 54% comment. I know he regrets it. But do you feel like A.J. Preller tries to win 100% of the games instead of only 54% of the games? Because honestly, I know what he said and I understand what he meant. But listen, it's just something you can't say publicly. But What's the difference in the mentality of the Padres versus the Mariners? I know they're both trying to win, but there's definitely a difference. Because listen, they both trade a lot, they both do this, but Preller goes and makes the big moves, and it seems like DePoto tries to make the smaller kind of moves.
Every place is different. Everybody's going to value different things and how they put their teams together, how they develop players, how they draft. I mean, payrolls are all different, whatnot. So, again, for me, kind of seeing what the Padres done, and I just came on board here in January, there are stark differences. There's no question about it. I think the thing that stood out for me first was just the number of people who work for the Padres. And the different departments that they have and how they're built out. It's just different. Doesn't make it right or wrong, or it's just a different vibe to it. But, as far as trying to win every game or winning 154%, whatever, I know Mike Shildt is trying to win every game. And he's done an awesome job. Just from afar, kind of seeing what's going on with our major league team and the staff and what the job that they did in preparing our guys to get ready, to get off to a good start. Every manager says, God, I want to get out of the gate in a good place, keep everybody healthy. But if you can get off and get off on a good start, just the confidence grows. You feel it around the stadium, the fan base, everybody gets excited. And we did an awesome job. Credit to our major league staff for getting our guys ready to go. And the start that we're off to has been fantastic. So again, it's a long season. Different teams look at different things. They value different things. And for me, it's been a great opportunity to see the other side of things. And again, I'm sure the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, everybody does it a little bit different. And having spent so much time in Seattle and being a part of what was going on there, I'm just grateful to get the opportunity to do it here and continue to learn.
That's great. That's a great answer. And I also love, by the way, how the Padres will do an excellent job of developing these players, but then they'll trade some of them.
They're not scared to move them.
You got to do that too. The ultimate goal, we're trying to win titles here. That's what everyone's trying to do. You talk to anybody, so
and
they're
there's
not
no
afraid.
better. I don't know. I'm Scott. You've been to Petco before. There is no better atmosphere than Petco Park. I mean, it is rocking. I mean, they're playing well. I mean, it's incredible. It's one of my favorite places to go sit and do a game, watch a game, whatever you want to call it. It's an incredible atmosphere.
It really is. And, from afar, I'm traveling around and I'll get to see the team here in the next few weeks, spend a few days around it. But on a Monday night, there's 45,000 people in there and they are going crazy. They're behind the team. And the fun thing about Padres, there's a lot of personality on that team, from Tatis to Manny to Bogarts to the pitching staff. I mean, there's a lot of players that you can say, okay, that's my favorite player. I'm going to buy that guy's jersey. And as you look at the games on TV or in the ballpark, you see it. Our players really connect with the community there. They've done an awesome job. And again, it's going to be an exciting year ahead. I think the NL West this year probably lines up as the toughest division in baseball. There's a lot of really good teams, good players. Oftentimes it comes down to who can stay the healthiest throughout the year and keep your guys going. But the atmosphere in San Diego is just awesome.
Thank you, Scott. Safe travels on your trips, and we'll talk soon.
Sounds good, guys. Take care. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.